The province of Avellino has always been known as La Verde Irpinia, Green Irpinia. This is Calore Valley, renowned for the production of Taurasi, one of the 3 DOC wines produced in this territory. Surrounded by vineyards is Taurasi, the little town which has given its name to the king of Campania's wines. This is the Calore Valley, dedicated Taurasi territory. Yet directly opposite is the Sabato Valley, land of Irpinia's DOCG white wines, Fiano di Avellino and Greco di Tufo. This is Greco di Tufo, which carries DOC certification, and obviously one of the major varieties grown in Irpinia. It has an unusual characteristic in that each bunch is divided in 2, like a pair of twins. However, one part is bigger than the other. And this is Coda di Volpe, fox's tail, a very ancient variety. And although it's delicate and fruity, nowadays it's used mainly for blending. In addition to its winemaking activities, Irpinia is also productive in other forms of agriculture. Once a feudal fortress for 3 generations, and then a popular retreat for Charles, the Bourbon king, Monte Miletto has grown to become a major olive oil processing center and a commercial hub for the district's many grain farmers. The large grain farming community of this district commemorates its patron, St. Ciriaco, in an unusual event which is staged at the conclusion of the grain harvest. The day's celebrations begin with a parade through the streets of Monte Miletto, with pride of place given to specially dressed and elaborately constructed floats, worked with leaves, stems and heads of grain, which are patiently made during the year for this occasion. Of Campania, and until the arrival of the Bourbons in 1806, it was the head town and administrative center of the region. There are still many buildings and monuments which reflect Montefusco's colorful history, but none more graphically than the Bourbon prison made to hold political dissidents and prisoners from the 1799 revolution in Naples, and members of the Carbonari secret society, which was widespread in southern Italy in the early 19th century. Of particular significance to contemporary Catholics is the nearby Capuchin monastery of San Egidio.
Nel 1908, precisamente nel mese di novembre,
in 1908, precisely in the month of November, the Blessed Padre Pio of Pietrelcina came to this monastery to complete his 2nd year of theology. Recently elevated to the status of blessed by the Pope because of his holy life and works, it's expected that Padre Pio will soon be made a saint. Aglianico and Fiano d'Avellino, both extremely important wines for us.
Desidero maggiormente
I'd like to confirm my strongest personal endorsement for Fiano d'Avellino, not because we are now the largest producers of this wine, but because I personally rate it as Italy's #1 white wine.
Questa passione è nata.
The passion to make good wine was inherited from my parents and became even more significant on discovering that our family has been involved in this activity for over 300 years. This heritage is now in the hands of my 3 children, Paolo, Lucio and Daniela.
la pianta.
I believe that the excellent results we've achieved with our Fiano d'Avellino are largely due to the fortuitous combination of a noble vine, rich volcanic soil, and an ideal microclimate. Fiano is undoubtedly our flagship wine, but we put our Greco and Taurasi on the same pedestal.
Altre province.
Like Terredora, there are now dozens of producers who are busy rewriting the region's winemaking history with great success. Several other varieties, including Primitivo and Sciascinoso, two full-bodied but very different reds, are currently under assessment as additions to the Irpinia DOCG wine portfolio.